Hey guys, Firestarter back. Thanks for watching this. If you enjoy the content, you can like and subscribe. So, kind of thought I would talk about something that I was going one direction with Street Fighter, and then I've kind of like debated if I'm gonna do that now. Um, so what am I talking about? Okay, so let's go down memory lane. So I had this cab, and when the Arcade One Up charity charity event happened, I uh, I was like, okay, I can pick up Big Blue. I've wanted Big Blue. There's some games on there that I'd like to play. Kings of the Round comes to mind, besides obviously Street Fighter. Um, but what has happened is I haven't put Big Blue together. I ended up buying Blitz, and I put that together, and I bought KI Pro and put that together. So I've been playing those a bunch, and I just haven't gotten around to putting Big Blue together. But I've also been hearing some things that I was just thought maybe people were complaining about that I didn't know if they were actually accurate. But I'm starting to hear things about Big Blue that really make me wonder if it's a good cab to actually keep. The control panel does look a little strange, and it does sound like if you're someone that is older, that you might start to feel discomfort with that control panel. And the way it's positioned. Let's have a look here. Yeah, the way it's positioned does make me wonder how how comfortable is that. And I have heard people complain about that. The other thing is, I've kind of heard that it's not always great online. So that's concerning because that's big part of owning a Street Fighter cab is playing online. So that's got me worried. So yeah. So basically, what happened was I bought this at the charity event, thinking I'll just sell this, which I finally just got around to selling it. You know, at a price I was happy with. You know, it took a little longer because I wasn't just going to give it away. So, I sold this, and I was like, I started to have doubts because my whole plan was to put this together. I was excited for the games. I was excited to get more games on a cabinet. Still having Street Fighter, but getting stuff like Knights of the Round, Dark Stalkers, which is one of the big appealing parts for me. So it's hard for me to give this cabinet up. Now I did get the charity event, so I am I did get a pretty good price on it. I still paid duties and shipping to Canada, so as usual, it wasn't as good as what people get in the US. It was definitely way more, but still a good price for this cab, obviously. And so I started to, obviously, this would be like the next step, except I'm not the biggest fan of this cab. I prefer this cab, which unfortunately is more expensive, of course. And only seems to be really available at Shop Hippo, which I have here. Apparently, they do ship to Canada, and I don't know if this pricing is correct at $499.79. If that is Canadian, I doubt it is, but okay, it's US dollars. They just ship to Canada. Kind of curious, okay, I'd have to log in and see how much they ship to Canada for, but $499 US is my understanding. Okay, it was $680 from Arcade One Up, but you'd pay duty on this. You may get away with it from Shop Hippo. I'm not sure, may not, but it seems pretty consistent when I buy from Arcade One Up directly. I've paid duty every time. But this is the one I want. and it's to do with the look. Like, I love this marquee. I love marquee. I love this controller. Uh, the only thing I like about this one is this marquee. The rest of it, I actually don't think looks good. I don't know. I don't know why, but I prefer this look. I love the control panel. You know, if I could get this one with this, I'd be so happy because I really like that marquee. But yeah, so now I'm debating this cab. But I do love dark stalkers, so that's a tough choice. So this has Strider, has Captain Commando, Final Fight. So I could technically, with this cab, I could technically get rid of my Final Fight cab. I would just be losing 1940. Is it 42 or 43? I think it's 42, right, on the Final Fight cab. And with this one, which is on sale from them right now, but it would still, even with the sale, it's still worth it for me to buy it in Canada. The amount of duty and shipping you pay, it's never actually worth it for me to get anything from Arcade1Up unless that's the only way I can get it. Let's have a look here. So you get Captain Commando, Final Fight, Strider. So you lose 19. Kind of surprised they didn't put 1942 on like one of these, but so that would be the only game you would lose from the Final Fight cab with either of these choices. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this thing together and see what it's like and then make a decision. Kind of forgot that Darkstalkers is on here, and Darkstalkers is actually a huge part of why I wanted this cab. I actually like it a lot. I could almost see myself potentially playing it more, but there is a lot of Street Fighter tournaments, so I could be totally off on that, but I definitely enjoyed Darkstalkers. Yeah. So this cab is gone. Thankfully, I was able to sell it. I was starting to get a little worried that I was going to have to give it away, but I actually did pretty decent in the end. I had a custom riser that I just sold with it because when I bought this, obviously, it had no riser. It was the first gen. But I was always looking for more. Like, this only has 3 games. I was always looking to get this, or you know, a Street Fighter, to have a Street Fighter cab, but to have like more games on it, you know, because you only have so much room. So I'm glad to be done with this one. And now I'm deciding, do I keep this? Do I get one of these? I'm still not 100% sure because now I've kind of reminded myself of Darkstalkers. Kind of forgot when I was thinking about maybe selling this. Yeah, so I guess I'll be updating you guys. I could almost see myself putting this together because I'm not sure what I should do. And then I would have a Street Fighter cab for the meantime and wait for these to hopefully get cheaper at some point and then make a decision. But yeah. So I thought I would just talk about that because I'm really, my whole plan was I bought Big Blue to sell this, which I've done now, but now I was debating these. But I don't know. I guess I'll be updating you guys on what I decide to do. Yeah. Excited for the for anyone that missed it. I'm excited for the Arcade1Up reveal on Monday. They're revealing a new release. I thought it was a new product, so I assumed Street Fighter Pro just by the way the cab looked, but it just says new release. So it could be Star Wars. It could be a bunch of things. I almost won't be surprised if it's Star Wars, even though people have kind of found out that it hit the docks. So I wouldn't be surprised. Usually it's like we find out and about something, and then their next thing they tell us is what we just found out anyways. But if it's Star Wars, I'm gonna pick it up. I missed it the first time around, so I'll definitely be picking it up this time around. Hopefully, it has a coin door. For any of you guys want to check out the Arcade One Up YouTube site, yeah, I'll definitely try to put a link in the description for that, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys. So let me know what you think about these cabs, because I'd like to get people's opinion on whether they think Big Blue is good to keep, and if you have either of these cabs, what you like about them. I know a lot of people love the game lineup on these, supposedly. I don't know if I know some of these games, but it seems to be a bunch of shoot 'em up shmups. Yeah. Man, I still just love this look so much more. I don't know what it is. I think it's the world part of it, especially on the control panel. And then, but I do have to give it the marquee on this one. I just wish was on the other one. I wish they could have done like a blue with that style, but this is probably more accurate. Anyways, let me know what you think. Love to hear your comments for anyone that has experience with these. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. And I'll let you know if I end up buying from Shop Hippo. Probably not if it's $500 US, but you never know. All right, guys. Firestar out. See you on the next one. Take care. And you hit that like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Appreciate you.